All right. We should be streaming live right now from the Nonstop Vision Train Global Art Jam. Let's see if anybody can help us confirm. Takes a second sometimes to get rolling here. And yep, it looks like we're live. So we're here streaming live from the Vision Train, the Nonstop Vision Train Global Art Jam. We've been going here for over 4 years. And this is a place for the community of visionary artists all over the world to gather. And for anyone also interested in being a part of this movement, really. And we're jamming here today with a special guest, Delvin Solkinson, and he has been one of these grand weavers in the background of this movement for many, many years. And I say background because he's been weaving together the storylines and images that have been created through the visionary field for many years in this incredible project called the Galactic trading cards. And we're going to learn a lot more about that today. And there's hundreds and hundreds of artists that are represented through this beautiful compilation. And we're now in the last few days of a Kickstarter for the Capstone Edition, which is going to be an incredible project. And I just want to encourage all of you, if you don't have any of these decks, please go check them out. We're gonna put the links in the chats, and go to Kickstarter and look up Galactic trading cards, and Instagram, all the places. And Rosie Rose is here with us as well. She's going to be supporting along the way. We're going to be collaborating with Delvin on this little presentation, and we're so happy to have you here. Thanks for joining us, Delvin, on our space station, our intergalactic art studio space station.
Awesome. Welcome, everyone. I'm so glad to be here. Rumi wrote, "Your life is your canvas, and you are the masterpiece. There are a million ways to be kind, amazing, fabulous, creative, bold, and interesting." Thanks so much for coming to our ceremonial presentation, a trip on the Vision Train to contemplate stone circles, sacred sites, and visionary art. Where are you beaming in from today? Write your location and something you're grateful for in the chat. Inspired by the idea of Lectio Divina, contemplative reading, I asked Rosie and Amanda to collaborate with delivering this presentation today after my introduction. Unfortunately, my dearest wife Grace had a family matter come up that she needs to attend to. J.D. Salinger wrote, "All we do our whole lives is go from one little piece of holy ground to another." Our intention today is to trip through 5 realms of ancient Celtic culture: Ireland, Scotland, Wales, Cornwall, and England, visiting 16 pilgrimage-worthy places of old magic that have been in continual use for vision practices, contemplation, connection, ceremony, and creative practices across so many different ages of time. This site, let's see. There we go. This is the Hurler Stone Circles in Cornwall on a misty day. Between each site, we're going to view some visionary art from the upcoming Capstone Edition of the Galactic Trading Cards, the final 15th edition, which were part of our ritual and ceremony at all of these sites and the places where I wrote oracular text to accompany the art in this edition. So here's my beautiful wife, Grace, visioning at the Witch's Chair near Loughcrew in Ireland. And this is her introduction to the pilgrimage that I'm going to read for her. Welcome. fellow seekers and dreamers to an extraordinary journey through mythic landscapes and ancient mysteries. Over the past 4 years, we've embarked on yearly pilgrimages to the land of our ancestors, a profound reconnection with the magic woven into these ancient places. Our footsteps have traced the songlines and lore of Albion and the Celtic Isles, following the threads of lineage back more than 5,000 years to a time when the world's first temple builders shaped the earth. From the soaring pyramids of Egypt and South America to the sacred temples of Asia, and our particular focus, the awe-inspiring stone circles, cairns, dolmens, and quoits of the Celtic Isles. These monuments speak of human ingenuity, unity, and reverence for the cosmos. Our journey began humbly in Ireland on a belated honeymoon. Yet what started as a personal adventure soon became a passion as we found ourselves captivated by the ancient ritual landscapes that seem to whisper to us across the ages. They are not pristine, curated museum places, but raw and often unrestored sites, cradled within wild scenic landscapes. They hold the memories of millennia, continuing to serve as places of gathering, pilgrimage, and sacred connection. This is the standing stone Clachmacloyd. It's the tallest standing stone in Scotland, found in the Outer Hebrides on the Isle of Harris. Through our explorations, we've marveled at the incredible perseverance, vision, and unity it took to build these sites. Imagine stones weighing tens of tons, some transported across hundreds of miles, all arranged with meticulous precision to honor the movement of the heavens and the cycles of nature. These masterpieces were not the work of solitary genius, but the collective effort of creative communities bound together by a singular purpose, a connection to something far greater than themselves. Here are the grey cairns of Campster in northern Scotland. And while much remains to be discovered about the true purpose of these Neolithic wonders, one message rings clear. They wanted to be remembered. These places carry the essence of their creators, a bridge to a time before written history, filled with wonder, mystery, and magic. So today we invite you to step with us into this timeless world. We'll share glimpses of the magic we've encountered, stories from our journeys, and insights into the landscapes that continue to inspire. Most importantly, we hope to awaken in you the call to pilgrimage, whether to far-off sacred sites or to create spaces of reverence in your own life and home. So let us journey together into the heart of these mythic landscapes and celebrate the spirit that connects us all. Visiting Score Hill Stone Circle in Dartmoor, we actually just got back and we got a publishing offer for a book from Permanent Publications about these sacred sites. So this is the first time we've announced that publicly, and it's a huge affirmation of our dedication to do all this ritual and ceremony, activating, connecting so many of these megalithic marvels where we reverently left crystals, nature mandalas, blessings, and tied cluties to the fairy trees and buried ritual objects. The Galactic trading cards. This is an overlapping storyline here. During a peak experience on New Year's in the year 2000, I received a vision to create a visionary art culture community building initiative in the form of an art oracle, including artists from around the world, sharing art from beyond, which reflects spirit, vision, and connection to the more than human world. So over the past 25 years, we've released 14 editions, each redesigned, recurated, and rewritten upon the foundations of the previous edition. This is a syncretic oracle, serving as a tarot, an I Ching, a Mayan calendar, as well as its own celestial star oracle. The art card collection also functions as a portable micro gallery. So you could display it on altars, walls, dashboards, desks. One was even displayed on a Christmas tree in my little village, which I totally loved. This is the display that's up at COSM. So this project's been created as far outside the capitalist paradigm as we could. Art is given freely from artists, Design is done freely from designers, and I entirely volunteer to create this offering to the world community. For a long time, I just paid the little money I made from teaching permaculture design to create these limited edition hand-numbered sets, mostly giving away decks and single cards and selling some copies to try and recover a bit of the money invested. And then in 2018, we started to work. I moved to work and live at the Cosm Chapel of Sacred Mirrors, and we ran a crowdfunder to make 1,000 copies. There's still a few copies of that deck on our Etsy store. Now, for the last 5 years, I've been curating one final Capstone Edition. All new design, all new art, and all new text that was written in ceremony while meditating on the art at different sacred sites. Astral Circus by the great visionary maestro Robert Venosa has been a touchstone for this visionary oracle complex. So yeah, as Amanda said, we're currently crowdfunding the project, looking to manifest a miracle, just humble month-to-month permaculture teachers. And we want to do something amazing that we couldn't do on our own. So there's 110 artists involved from 23 countries. Some of those artists are here today, including Amanda Sage and Rosie Rose. We do have 4 days left on our Kickstarter, and we do need more pre-orders or artist angels to sponsor cards. So we're offering any artist, you can sponsor a card, have your art seamlessly integrated into the deck, and also get 10 decks so that you could gift them or even sell them to recover your investment. So we're going to come up to that time where the project either happens or it doesn't happen. So here's the box at Cefn Coch Stone Circle in Wales. We activated the project as part of our ritual and ceremony at more than 50 sacred sites across these different Celtic realms. At a peak moment in our vision practice, while contemplating the art, I wrote this oracular text to accompany the art. So in this light, between each sacred site that we journey to today, we're going to share some visionary art from this project with a wisdom quote. So I'm going to activate Amanda now, and we're going to start our tag team presentation with Amanda and Rosie.
Woo woo! Here we go.
Choo choo.
This artwork is from the new Galactic trading card set, Light Forms 7, painting by the epic level tattoo artist and visionary painter Guy Aitchison. Maher Baba said, art, when inspired with love, leads to higher realms. Love art, and that art will open for you the inner life.
We begin in Ireland. In Irish mythology, Eru was the matron goddess of Ireland and queen of summer. The English name for Ireland comes from the name Eru. Eru was the daughter of Tuatha De Danann, a divine fairy race led by equally powerful male and female leaders. Amanda.
This painting, featured in the new Galactic trading card deck, is Creatrix by the extraordinary Martina Hoffman, who is one of the art angels for the project. We are so grateful to you, Martina. Thanks for all your support over the decades. Hildegard von Bingen wrote, I am one whose praise echoes on high. I adorn all the earth. I am the breeze that nurtures all things green. I encourage blossoms to flourish with ripening fruits. I am led by the Spirit to feed the purest streams. I am the rain coming from the dew that causes the grasses to laugh with the joy of life. I am the yearning for good.
Urag Stone Circle. Deep in the Beara Peninsula of West Cork, this megalithic stone circle has hosted ritual ceremony and connected people with mystic nature, beginning with the Bellbeaker people in the Bronze Age, the Druid Celts in the Iron Age, and those lineage bearer of the old magic through the medieval period and into the modern era. Surrounded by lakes, rocky outcroppings, forests, and meadows, only a few farmers and their sheep live near this secluded place of natural serenity. Gorgeous.
This is an Irish blessing. May love and laughter light your days and warm your heart and home. May good and faithful friends be yours wherever you may roam. May peace and plenty bless your world with a joy that long endures. May all life's passing seasons bring the best to you and yours.
Oh,
This is Courtney Davis, Galactic trading card. This painting is from the new Galactic trading cards and is Saint Germain by the Irish artist Courtney Davis, who we met on the hill of Tara. Walt Whitman wrote, "Let your soul stand cool and composed before a million universes."
Love this one. Yeah, you don't have to read the bold title. I think it should work out in the text.
okay.
Okay.
The many fabled holy island Skellig Michael was made famous in recent times as the hermitage of elder Jedi Luke Skywalker. Landing involved a leap of faith from the boat while it moved up and down by 15 feet on huge swells like a seesaw.
Ascending 618 hand-hewn rock steps leads to Saint Fionan's monastery associated with Archangel Michael. This place is a marvel of temple building history. Dry stacked stone were created with such skill that a series cloacians, oratories, and monastic structures survived the harsh weather and numerous Viking attacks to remain mostly intact for over 1,400 years, earning this place a reputation as one of the world's most mystical UNESCO heritage sites.
I'm going to read a prayer we found in an old Celtic church in Kelmare. Slow me down, slow me down. Ease the pounding of my heart by the quieting of my mind. Give me amid the confusion of my day the calmness of the everlasting hills. Break the tensions of my nerves and muscles with soothing music of the singing stream that live in my memory. Help me to know the magical restoring power of sleep. Teach me the art of taking minute vacations, of slowing down to look at a flower, to chat with a friend, to pat a dog, to read a few lines from a good book. Remind me each day of the fable of the hare and the tortoise, that I may know that the race is not always to the swift. There is more to life than increasing speed. Let me look upwards to the branches of the flowing oak and know that it is great and strong because it grew slowly and well. Slow me down and inspire me to send my roots deep into the soil of life's enduring values, that I may grow towards the stars of my great destiny.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
This painting is from the new Galactic trading cards, and it is Quantum Yin, a painting by me. And this painting is created as a prayer for all of humanity, as the mother of compassion, and holding, in her heart and in her hands, the potential for all of life. And this is such an honor for this painting to be a part of this. Alice Walker wrote, "Whenever you are creating beauty around you, you are restoring your own soul."
The Druid's altar, known as the Drombeg Stone Circle, sits on the edge of a rocky terrace overlooking the sea on the southern coast of County Cork on the Emerald Isle. At certain times of year, the moon appears to hang over the central horizontal stone for an hour, flanked by the pair at his sides. About every 18 and a half years, the moon appears closer than usual, so it's framed by the two standing stones flanking the central stone. There are 19 original stones corresponding with the number of years in the Metonic cycle, the golden number discovered by Meton, an Athenian astronomer in 432 BC. This charts the synchronization of solar and lunar cycles. 235 lunar months is exactly equal to 19 solar years on Earth.
Wow. Amazing. Ina is an Irish goddess of sovereignty and fertility. She has command over crops and animals and is also associated with agriculture. Here is a prayer to honor her. Blessings to the goddess Ina. As day passes into night and night passes into day, hear my prayer. Give me the courage to stay true to my heart, to the birth that which I am called to do. Help me to know my gift and share it with the world. In this prayer, I thank you, Ina.
This painting from the new Galactic trading cards is Time Traveler by Peruvian artist Lobsang Melendez. Marianne Williamson wrote, "The way of the miracle worker is to see all human behavior as one of two things, either love or a call for love."
5,200 years ago, before the pyramids of Giza or Stonehenge were built, a creative community co-created the ancient fairy mound of the Brew at Newgrange in the Boyne Valley of County Meath in Ireland. This dry stacked stone temple has endured through time, serving to inspire, connect, and uplift people across the ages. Now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, this ancient temple is decorated with megalithic art that is still visible today. One key alignment it marks is winter solstice, when sunrise light penetrates into a deep inner ritual chamber.
Wow, this is one of my favorite blessings, by the way. I'm so glad you picked me to read this. It's the traditional Irish blessing. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sunshine warm upon your face, and may the hand of a friend always be near. May green be the grass you walk on. May blue be the skies above you. May pure be the joys that surround you. May true be the hearts that love you. And my ending is, until we meet again, may God hold you in his arms. Thank you.
Beautiful.
This painting from the new Galactic trading cards is The Weavers by Italian artist Vanni Mangoni. I really look forward to meeting him someday. I've never met him, and I just want to say we've had some interesting exchange, and he wants to come on the train sometime soon.
Yeah.
So maybe he'll join us for the Daily Visions 2025. Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote, "Imagination is a very high sort of scene."
Onward to Scotland, the land of my ancestors, which is called Beara after the great goddess Beara, the queen of winter, who created many of the hills, crags, and mountains of Scotland, as well as being the mother of the Celtic pantheon. This is a Templewood stone circles in the megalithic ceremonial landscape of Kilmartin Glen.
This painting from the new Galactic trading cards is Sasha Uya by Peruvian artist Pablo Amaringo. Quote by Marianne Williamson, "A miracle worker is an artist of the soul. There's no higher art than living a beautiful life."
Leaving the northern tip of Scotland by ferry, we crossed over to what the Norse called Orkneyjar, the Isle of the Seals. Far north, it dwells at 59 degrees latitude, so the sun is never directly overhead, giving the land a mystical glow from a unique kind of light. People have lived here since the Mesolithic, Middle Stone Age in 9000 BC. This is where my ancestors are specifically from. A touchstone for the Orcadian culture through the ages is the mystical Ring o' Brodgar. This massive temple of the sun is a perfect circle. The henge around the Great Circle is estimated to have taken a Neolithic community 100,000 hours to construct using stone tools and antlers. Surrounding it are a series of underground temple cairns, still never excavated, holding magical mysteries of the spiritual culture that built it some 4,500 years ago, as well as the many hundreds of generations of communities that use this site as a cultural center through the ages.
At the center of the henge is the massive stone circle, 104 meters in diameter, atop a hill overlooking the lochs and landscapes on all sides. The bank at Brodgar is almost exactly the same size as the inner banks of the Avebury and New Grange. It is thought that 3 sites connect Scotland, England, and Ireland as part of a larger geomantic superstructure utilized by the highly advanced magical communities of prehistory. This sacred place is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Many stone circles have large standing stones outside of the circle, creating other alignments. They're called outliers. So the comet stone here is such an outliner, and it's been struck by lightning. Here at many of the sacred sites on our pilgrimage, we renewed our marriage vows, including reading a blessing at this comet stone. May this blessing be for all those present here and listening later. 1,000 welcomes. May you be healthy all your days. May you be blessed with long life and peace. May you grow old with goodness and with riches.
Amen. This painting is by me from the Galactic Trading Cards. It's my painting of the Native American from the Nez Perce tribe, Chief Joseph. And it was during a, which class? Regeneration. I can't remember, Amanda, which class it was. I was taking with on the vision train using the Mish technique that I chose to do Chief Joseph. I've always loved the painting, a picture of him, and was called to paint. It was a very heartbreaking and heart-opening journey of the trials and tribulations of those beautiful people. And I just hope it will be if you ask me more about it, I hope it's a reminder of the injustices that were done to those people, that we should never do that again, and ask forgiveness to to those that we took off their land. Okay, better go on. Marianne Wright Elderman wrote, "Be a good ancestor. Stand for something bigger than yourself. Add value to the earth during your sojourn." Aho.
Arriving at a sand-swept sacred site overlooking white sand beaches, rugged cliffs, and rolling ocean made for an amazing pinnacle of our pilgrimage in Scotland. This temple complex, complete with structures, furniture, and objects, were all carved into stone, allowing it to endure thousands of years from prehistory into the modern era. Some might remember Professor Indiana Jones lecturing about this extraordinary Neolithic World Heritage Site of Skara Brae in the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Double-layered, dry-stacked stone walls were filled with middens made of power objects from their ancestors of stone, pottery, and bone objects mixed with clay and sand-filled. Every room has altars, art, and mysterious objects. Some believe that 5,000 years ago, a group of 50 ritual specialists and astronomer shamans lived here in the heart of Neolithic Orkney. This community of magician priests achieved a form of cultural time travel by choosing the materials and sites so perfectly. Geometrical art is etched into the stones, sharing a pattern language from the profound past.
This semi-subterranean site is located just off the ocean, where the merfolks with fishtail and long golden hair were thought to travel inland in search of silver and gold. We are in the lands of the Tuatha De Danann, divine beings from the tribe of the Mother Goddess. These supernaturals appear in the Celtic mythology in many forms and live in Aos Sea, the other world, which can be reached through mists, lakes, caves, cairns, mounds, and other sacred sites.
This painting from the new Galactic trading cards is Sovereign of Nebadon by our maestro Robert Venosa, one of my favorite artists, who is the patron saint of this global arts initiative, providing art for the deck boxes and boosters since the mid-2000s.
I think this one's missing a quote, so I'm just going to throw one in there spontaneously. One of my favorites from Hanshan, Cold Mountain. Time is like sparks knocked off flint. Go ahead and let the world change.
Mm.
Setting sail for the western isles of the Outer Hebrides, we traveled to a wild landscape forged by some of the oldest stone on the planet and steeped in age-old traditions. It is here that Harris tweed is hand-woven on heritage looms from wool coming from the population of sheep that must far outnumber humans on the isle. Almost 60% of people here speak Gaelic, the lyrical language of the Outer Isles. Most of the roads have no name and are single tracks, one lane, two-way roads, where there are these small pull-offs on one side of the street, so every so often cars from a different direction can pass each other. Every single person that we passed or were passed by on these ancient wagon roads gave us a little wave of thanks and a hello.
Kalanish is a megalithic complex like none other. Here, the landscape is covered in stone circles, standing stones, duns, ancient houses, and monuments. At the heart of our trip is 13 stone circles built across the landscape, all aligned into one giant astrolabe, used across many civilizations and magical traditions, including druids and witches, pagans and priests, Picts, Celts, and a miasma of modern seekers, history buffs, and the odd permaculture honeymoon couple tracing their ancestry through ancient sacred sites. Together, these cosmic calendars of stone were used ritually to celebrate and track the sun, moon, stars, planets, and distant cosmic objects.
Built before the pyramids over 5,000 years ago, Callanish is part of a geomantic arrangement of stones that is thought to be on ley lines connecting different sites all across the Blessed Isles. This site is used for ritual purposes to this day. Couples traditionally visit to exchange betrothal vows and ensure a happy marriage. So here we read out our wedding vows, including a quote from Amma, "Love is the medicine that can heal the wounds of the world." The gold rings we exchanged are inscribed with the elvish letters Livesta Abathil, we marry in divine radiance. The stones are a complex cosmic calendar used for celestial geomancy. They mark sunrise on the 8 cardinal points of the wheel of the year: Yule, winter solstice; Imbolc, Candlemas; Ostara, spring equinox; Beltane, May Day; Litha, summer solstice; Lunasa, Lammas; Mabon, autumn equinox; and Samhain, All Hallows. There is a key alignment of the circle with the star Capella, which is part of the constellation Aruga, the charioteer on the edge of the Milky Way galaxy.
This painting from the new Galactic trading cards is Kalanish by the incredible French artist Pascal Ferry. Deepest thanks to Pascal Ferry for gracing the deck with this art and letting us use it on the promotion for the event. How awesome to write the oracular text to accompany this deck to accompany this art in the deck. At the center of your being, you have the answer. You know who you are, and you know what you want. Lao Tzu.
Love this. It was great being there at the site, just in a peak mindset, meditating on this art.
Amazing.
Fiona MacLeod wrote, "A few places in this world are to be held holy because of the love which consecrates them and the faith which enshrines them. Their names are themselves talismans of spiritual beauty. Of these is Iona." An early morning ferry took us to the Inner Hebrides, where we set sail for the island of the Druids, the many fabled Isle of Iona. This primeval island is grounded in stone, 1,500 million years old, connecting its inhabitants to the ancient earth. More than 7,000 years ago, Neolithic shamans and early farming peoples lived here in the Neolithic Age. It was a center for Druidic arts in Scotland since 400 BCE and an important spiritual pilgrimage place for the early Celtic peoples. For a long time, Iona has been known as a thin place where the veil between the worlds is more permeable.
Isle of Iona lore. In more recent times, Iona has served as a center for Celtic Christianity. A monastery was established in 563 by Saint Columba. It was here that Leah Fail, the stone of destiny, was brought on its travels. It is also a hallowed burial place for Macbeth and countless other Scottish kings and saints. Many know it as the place where the Book of Kells was created by Saint Aidan and other monks in a sacred scriptorium, one of the greatest masterworks of High Celtic illumination. Saint Aidan wrote this prayer: "As the tide draws the waters close in upon the shore, make me an island, set apart, alone with the divine, holy to you. Then with the turning of the tide, prepare me to carry the divine presence to the busy world beyond, the world that rushes in on me till the waters come again and fold me back to the divine."
This painting from the new Galactic trading card deck is Annunciation of Sophia Eterna, by profound artist A. Andrew Gonzalez, a longtime contributor to this project. Hafiz wrote, "May the gratitude in my heart kiss all the universe."
Deep in the mythic wilderness of ancient Gaelic realms is the Isle of the Clouds. Here at the fairy pools in Grenbrittle on the mystic Isle of Skye is where I proposed marriage to Grace, and then we renewed our vows on a pilgrimage some years later. The Isle of Skye is formed of ancient rock from about 2,800 million years ago during the Archean Age. It is a bridge between the present and the ancient past.
This is Dunbeag Brooch on the Isle of Skye. Fortified stone duns or brooches are fairy abodes and entrances to otherworld realms, especially on Skye where the veil is thin and the magic abounds. Often the stone is found fused from high temperatures, an ancient technology which is still entirely a mystery today.
The Scots often share this blessing. 100,000 welcomes, great health, and every good blessing to you.
This painting from the new Galactic trading cards is Seraphim from the beloved artist Autumn Skye, who lives close to me on the Sunshine Coast of Elvish Canada. John Keats wrote, "My imagination is a monastery, and I am its monk."
Known as the land of mystery and magic by the ancient Welsh, this is the ancestral lands for grace. Wales was created by the great goddess Dawn, was a primordial earth goddess and mother of the other Celtic gods and goddesses of light. She was associated with the winter. The star court of Dawn was associated with the constellation Cassiopeia. An old Welsh saying reminds us that the world is wide to everyone.
Joy to journey in northern Wales and stay on the legendary Yins Mon, the island of Anglesey, known as the Mother of Wales and believed to be the Isle of Avalon. There have been people living on this rugged and rocky landscape of bogs, heather, and stone continuously for 8,000 years. High up on a mountain moor, We pass by many wild ponies and curious South Wales mountain sheep who seem to welcome us to their land. The Druid Circle Trackway is a mile-long ceremonial track leading across a megalithic way hosting a complex series of interconnected sacred sites. At the Druid Circle Sanctuary, we burn our brazier and send blessings from each stone to our dearest friends. Oops, you're muted.
Sorry. Okay, 1 second. I'm unmuted. This circle is dedicated to Ceridwen, the Celtic goddess of rebirth, transformation, and inspiration. Ceridwen was bestowed with the gift of Awen, which represents prophecy, wisdom, and the ability to bestow inspiration. Beautiful Ceridwen, mistress of Eowyn, holder of the vessel from which such insights flows, friend of the poet, the rhymer, the bard, I pray to you. I seek your blessing, Ceridwen, keeper of the cauldron of wit and inspiration, so deep, so sweet, so clear, so cold its waters. Yours is the fountain of change and wellspring of becoming, a draught of wisdom to quench the thirst of the seeker. Ceridwen, strong-hearted goddess, cloaked in wonder, wrapped in delight, you know the worth of words, you know the might of vision. Ceridwen, goddess, great and good, I honor you.
This painting, do you want to say
Sorry.
something, Delvin?
No, I didn't. That was
This painting from the new Galactic trading cards is Sapari by Peruvian artist Jeans Argenti. Mary Oliver wrote, "Attention is the beginning of devotion."
I think it's Genus. Simon Hayter told me the other night. He's
Good, thanks. I was going to
amazing.
ask.
Yeah, it's the
Genus.
usual spelling, but I just absolutely love this work. It's one of my favorites in the deck, isn't it? Just incredible.
Absolutely.
The southern realms of the Welsh are known as the Land of Song. Here we roam in the mythic places of the Twyleth Teg, the Fair Family, which includes the Bendith y Mamau, the Mother's Blessing, a southern Welsh name for the fair folk who ride horses in great processions. These supernatural beings include the Elion, the elves, the Corbinau, the fairies living below the ground, the Bwabachod, the household fairies, the Gwawaged Awen, the female fairies of the lakes and streams, and the Gwyllion, the mountain fairies. We stayed in the Preseli Mountains, the many-fabled source of the Preseli Bluestones, which are used for the inner ring of Stonehenge and many other sacred sites. This is an ancient ceremonial landscape made up of many megalithic sites, which have connected people to themselves, the earth, and the cosmos for millennia. This is the most perfect unrestored stone circle in Wales, serving people and planet for 4,000 years. Nearby are two outliers, a portal pair of standing stones. One is known as the Dreaming Stone. Leaning against the stone can make dreams come true. So here in our ceremony, we invoke our dreams for a new galactic trading card set to inspire, uplift, and there it is there, to inspire and uplift our beloved world community. And this is also where we recorded the crowdfunding video for this Kickstarter. That's the Dreaming Stone.
Beautiful.
Okay, I think this is it.
At all the stone circles, ceremonial landscapes, and megalithic sites, we pray for the enduring protection of these sacred places, and that many people will love, care, and protect them into the endless future. We are grateful. These places support countless people every year since the Stone Age to find inspiration, healing, transformation, and insight. May these sites be protected, loved, utilized, and held sacred. Through many ages to come for the benefit of all beings. Delvin and Grace placed the Galactic Trading Card deck box on the Dreaming Stone with a prayer to manifest it. Yes.
Maybe
Beautiful.
so.
Beautiful. This painting from the new Galactic trading cards is The Joy of Being by Mexican visionary artist Manu Menendez. Mother Teresa wrote, "I am a little pencil in the hand of a writing God who is sending a love letter to the world."
Long fabled as a portal to fairyland, the floating stone of Pentarafan is a pathway to the realm of the Twylleth Teg, the fair folk of Welsh fairy lore. Beneath these stones is a passageway to a white and gold fairy palace in a magical world of spirit. This is one of the most renowned dolmens, tombs with capstones supported by upright vertical monoliths. Built using an unknown technology over 4,000 years ago, this sacred place has been the site of ritual culture through countless ages of humanity and is still a place where sacred cultures, including druids, witches, pagans, and goddess worshippers, gather to connect with nature and divinity.
The Welsh have a saying, everything you have in this world is just borrowed for a brief time. A prophetic blessing, often shared at marriages, says, we will walk with across distant paths. We will walk with across distant paths. Flowers and dreams will bless our journey.
This painting from the new Galactic trading cards is Rhythms of the Universe by Russian artist Varda Ma. Albert Einstein wrote, "It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression."
A hike up a mountain tested the absolute limits of our endurance and physical capacity. It was so rigorous, we almost gave up multiple times, just exhausted by such a sheer and strenuous climb. Finally, our ascent took us to a ridge where the green valleys and farms of Cymru, Wales, spread out far below us, and the mystic mountains of Snowdonia reached into the sky. This ceremonial track passes the remains of prehistoric settlements and ritual structures until we reach our final destination, the impossibly beautiful site of Bryn Cader Fanner, a 4,000-year-old unique Neolithic marvel. A circle of rocks surrounds a crown of stones, emerging at dramatic angles to form an extraordinary stone circle jutting out from the earth like a crown. This sacred place and others in Wales are portals to Caer Sidi, the spiral fortress and fairy fort of the Tuatha De Danann, the Fae folk. Here's a Welsh blessing with thanks for everyone who's here listening and listening in the future. May your troubles be less and your blessings be more, and may nothing but happiness come through your door.
This painting from the new Galactic trading cards is River Song by Emily Kell. Matthew Fox wrote, big-heartedness is the most essential virtue on the spiritual journey.
The Isle of Albion was the end of autumn by the goddess Caradwyn, keeper of the cauldron. She stirs the cauldron of rebirth, knowledge, and transformation, reminding us that out of the darkness comes new life and new ideas. She reminds us to honor and remember our dear departed and ancestors.
This painting from the new Galactic trading cards is Okayo Mabuam by Juan Carlos Tamanichi. Rosemary Gladstar wrote, the plants have enough spirit to transform our limited vision.
Taminichi, I think.
Tamanichi.
Thanks.
At the peak of the Lake District National Park in Cumbria is a unique World Heritage Site based on fulfilling three interwoven characteristics, accompanied a place with outstanding universal value of global significance. Number one, a landscape of exceptional beauty shaped by agricultural traditions and industry. Number 2, an inspiration for artistic and literary movements, which generated ideas about landscapes that had a global influence. And number 3, a landscape which has been the catalyst for key developments in national and international protection of landscapes. So we've looked at a bunch of different UNESCO World Heritage sites in this presentation. We went to this site many times on our journeys. It's a Druidic nature church, the Great Stone Circle of Castlerigg. Set in a plateau overlooking an amphitheater of mountains in all directions, this 5,200-year-old stone circle is amongst the oldest in Europe. The stones are made from the mountain of Skiddaw to the north, originally mudstone formed on an ancient seabed 400 million years ago, then turned into metamorphic slate through heating and pressure. The heaviest stone in the ring weighs 16 tons, no small feat to move and set for Neolithic peoples.
This circle is aligned with sunrise at the solstices and sunset at the equinoxes, serving as a community gathering place for celebration and contemplation throughout history. We sat in the sanctuary, an inner geometry of stones set on the eastern end of the oval ring, spending time thinking with love of all our friends, family, and community. An ancient Celtic guidance. Give thou thine heart to the wild magic, to the Lord and the Lady of nature, beyond any consideration of this world. Be loyal to the Lord of the wild wood. Be true to the Lady of the stars. Be true to thine own self besides. True to the magic of nature above all else.
This painting from the new Galactic trading cards is Diana by English artist Josephine Wall. John Muir wrote, "When we try to pick out anything by itself, we find it hitched to everything else in the universe."
I love Josephine Wall. Totally amazing.
So beautiful.
I grew up with her art.
Oh.
A long walk in the corner of Dartmoor National Park brought us to an iconic long stone row of 108 stones, leading down a ceremonial avenue to an atmospheric stone circle surrounded by wild Dartmoor ponies.
Ah.
This 3,500-year-old prehistoric site of Downtor Stone Circle is a place of serene beauty and connection.
An ancient Celtic prayer. Deep peace to you, deep peace of the running wave to you, deep peace of the flowing air to you, deep peace of the quiet earth to you, deep peace of the shining stars to you, deep peace of the infinite peace to you.
I want to thank Maddie Harland, who was with us that day, and she's collaborating with us on this new book about the ancient sacred sites that we're working on.
Those horses around the stones, Delvin. Oh,
it was I was just right there writing Galactic trading cards, the horse, wild ponies just interacting. It was a
that's
big
a painting
for sure.
needing to be made. So beautiful. This painting from the new Galactic trading cards is Blooming Heart by Mount Sashta artist Lindy Cahill. When you plant a seed of love, it is you who blossoms. Majaya Sati Bhagavati.
Curnow comes from the Celtic word curnu, meaning horn or headland. It describes the shape of the Cornish peninsula, with the Celtic Sea to the north, Atlantic Ocean to the west, and the English Channel to the south. The folklore of Cornwall often consists of tales of giants, mermaids, buca, piskies, or the Pobil Veen, the little folk. Here we honor Tanat, the creation mother goddess of fertility who brings the spring. Here is a blessing of Tanat. Liberate happiness in and around. By Tanat's blossoming power, joy will be found.
In Cornwall, the Pobel Veen, the little folk, connect humanity with the other world of spirit. Piskies, knockers, subterranean creatures, mermaids, and buca, which are male sea spirits, are part of the living legends that light up this rich culture. One thing is very clear as we cross into Cornwall, we are definitely not in England anymore.
Mhm.
The Brythonic kingdom of Dumnonia is Celtic through and through, a land of bards, priestesses, artists, and seers, people of the land and of the magic. We traveled through the mystical landscape to An Burlesi Stone Circle, a unique prehistoric ceremonial landscape containing 3 large granite stone circles. This complex of circles was carefully set so the stones appear the same height. Excavations revealed a quartz crystal floor within the central circle.
Ah.
These circles are aligned with other stone rows, standing stones, and cairns throughout the landscape.
Wow. We love the Cornish touchstone phrases, which translate to English as follow the life and be in conversation with life.
I feel like that's almost like a goodbye, like follow the life.
Mhm.
I love it.
Remember that you're one of with everything too. It's like,
Yeah.
This painting from the new Galactic trading cards is Sabia Natura by Luis Tamani. Maya Angelou wrote, "When we give cheerfully and accept gratefully, everyone is blessed."
The many fabled Boscawen Un stone circle, which means the farmstead of the elder tree, has 19 granite stones and 1 large quartz stone. It was noted as one of the 3 principal Gorsedau, the bardic and druidic gathering places in Britain, and in modern times it hosted the inauguration of the Gorseth Cyrnau, dedicated to preserving Celtic history and culture.
mm,
Quartz has a special relationship to light and is often an indicator of copper. The 19 stones relate to the 18.64-day cycle of the moon and the 19-year metatonic cycle of the sun and moon. It no doubt serves as an astrolabe, the most obvious function of which includes marking the midsummer dawn and the Samhain dusk. Creative communities had utilized these sacred places for personal and community ritual and ceremony continuously through the Neolithic Stone Age, the Chalcolithic pottery and Copper Age, the Bronze Age, the Iron Age, the Roman Age, the Medieval Age, all through the Industrial Age, and is still a cherished and well-used space today. It's easy to imagine people from all of these ages of time coming to this sacred space to vision, pray, commune, reflect, honor the ancestors, seek guidance, make art, and decisions about life. Here is one blessing that the Grand Bard shares at modern ceremony at this circle today. Heart to heart, this split sword, which before us is joined, is a symbol of the Celtic peoples, scattered across the world and recognized under many names, but remaining always united. Through links of the spirit, the heart, and the soul, may we continue to be united, and we will be respected. We will work with the thought of the restitution of language and our culture, heart to heart. This painting from the new Galactic trading cards is Creation by Morgan Mandela. Steve Irwin says heartfully, if we save our wild places, we will ultimately save ourselves.
Mm.
Our core intention is to preserve, celebrate, and utilize these sacred spaces as our ancestors have done for thousands of years.
mm.
So this is in the final painting, I think, from the new Galactic trading cards that we're sharing today. Blutenblazer, Flower Blower by the German artist Wolfgang Harms. Gilbert C. Chesterton said, I would maintain that thanks are the highest form of thought, and that gratitude is happiness doubled by wonder. Thank you, everyone, for participating in this ceremonial presentation. Great job on the reading, Amanda and Rosie. And feel free, now that we have a different pantheon of players here, to write your gratitude and where you're sending it from in the chat. I thought I would maybe finish with the new video for the Galactic trading cards that has unreleased until this moment. It's just 60 seconds long, I think. So let's see if I can pull that off.
You can always stop your share. Oh, you got it. Yeah.
The production of a work of art throws a light upon the mystery of humanity. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Manifest the miraculous and bring something awesomely artful to earth. Visionary oracle, art card deck, and portable micro gallery featuring 109 artists from 22 countries. This artful toolkit serves as a tarot, I Ching, Mayan calendar, and star oracle. Written with intention at sacred Celtic sites in Ireland, Scotland, Wales, Cornwall, and England. This is the culmination of 25 years and 14 editions, each one upgraded, recurated, and rewritten. Art and design is shared freely by artists and designers. I entirely volunteer to create this visionary toolkit for the world community. Help bring the final Capstone Edition of the Galactic trading cards into being by pre-ordering a deck or sponsoring space to share your art. These are the last moments to join our conscious crowdfunder campaign and help make this global arts initiative happen. Let's make a miracle together.
Choo choo! Let's do it!
Woo-hoo!
Thank you. Well, yeah, we are looking for support. I think the thing that will push us the furthest forward is artists sponsoring space or art patrons sponsoring space to share work of an artist that they support. And in exchange, their art is seamlessly put into the deck, and they also get 10 decks that they can gift or sell to recover their investment fully. So that's probably what'll send us spiraling forward. We have 4 days left. So yeah, the core message of this presentation, beyond acknowledging and celebrating sacred sites, is to make your creative practice a pilgrimage, to create ceremony and ritual as a context for making art, writing poetry, making music, dancing, connecting with each other, and getting creative and creating and participating in the co-creation of sacred space. Thanks, Amanda and Rosie. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Wow, that was so amazing, inspiring, and it makes me just want to move to Ireland or Scotland and get out of this like polluted, area and just be among all the magic and those stones. And maybe it also reminded me of like Peter Pan. If you believe in fairies, then clap your hand. Like we forget, we don't believe in them, so they're not here, and we need to go back to that. Bring them back here. All the elves, all the delphins. Thank you so much. What a journey.
And I just want to say I put the Kickstarter link in the chat, and it's also a massive support if you're not able to pick one up at this time or multiples or to sponsor a card. You can also share it with your friends. We've got 3 days to go till the end of 2024 to fund this, and it's a really special project, and I'll be doing some more sharing, of course, as well. And yeah, so thank you so much, Delvin, for your 24 years of dedication to this project, of where the inception came. This is what a cycle.
I just see Martina is on. Hi,
Yeah.
Martina.
Martina's here, and also
Hi, Martina. Bless you.
Yay. And Celine Venosa's here as well.
Who's also in the deck.
Hey,
Hey,
And
Sue.
Amaya.
And Amaya's here
Hey,
too.
Delvin. Can you hear me?
And
Yeah.
Hi, Delvin. It's Emma Watkins.
Hi. Ah, you've been to many of these sites.
But I'm from here. I had no idea that you were here. Were you at Scorrell recently? It's where I was born, like a mile away from Scorrell on Beltane. And it lines up it's called the Beltane Ley Line. Were you here recently?
Yeah.
I'm here in Devon, right? Oh
Yeah,
man,
I was
I
just
wish I'd
there.
known. I've been out the loop a little bit, but I actually nearly posted about. I've been spending loads of time in Devon recently because my mum's sick, and I nearly posted about it the other day, and then I didn't. And if I can, like next time you're here, you should reach out. But can I
Awesome.
share a couple of things about Scorrell? And so Scorrell Stone Circle. Did you? So you know it's on the Beltane ley line, right? The Michael and Mary ley line. Delvin?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Scorrell is on the Michael and Mary ley line, and it goes. This ley line is amazing. It goes through, like Glastonbury, and it goes on down through Scorrell, and then it goes through the Hurlers and like links it all up, and it lines up on Beltane on the morning of Beltane. Like the energy current is like perfectly aligned. It's really amazing. I was born on Beltane, right close to Scorlstone Circle. I know. Right? And yeah, it's a really, really magical place. There's like so much deep peace right there. And there's a beautiful little, I hope you found the stone by the river.
We did. We climbed through the stone. Yep.
Did you do that, Delvin?
Yeah.
Did you find the little stone by
We
the
did.
river?
Yeah, we climbed through the stone by the river there. We
Okay, you
through
got
the
it
through
in
the
there.
hole for the blessing. Yeah, I lowered myself down through it.
Okay, fantastic. Well done. And I'm afraid my internet dropped out halfway through the presentation. And I was scrabbling to get back online again, but I'll watch it all later. But did you also make it to the Menam Toll in Cornwall? I'm curious.
We did. Yep. We just chose for this presentation 4 of our favorite sites from 5 of the Celtic realms. But I think
Okay.
there was actually a picture near the beginning of the presentation, maybe, of Grace sticking her head through there. Yeah, there was a heart-shaped blue stone that it felt like the fairies had left for us specifically when we arrived there on that misty day. So we took that with us. We have that on our altar.
Oh, beautiful. That's awesome. Yeah, actually, I have a book about it. That was one of my Christmas presents from my mother. Look at that. Like about the Menam Toll. The Menam Toll is so activated. I'm actually working on a piece right now that was inspired by a really cosmic thing that happened when I was there. Like a friend of mine died just as I was going through the stone, and I kind of saw her pass through it was like a portal. It was really amazing. It was a few years ago, but I'm painting about it right now. But I just wanted to, I wondered if I could share a really quick Druid poem for you from these lands.
Maybe that could be the capstone of this. I notice a few people are putting thanks in the chat. Thank you so much, Martina. You are such a blessing for this project. We've been doing this since the mid 2000s, I think, when we first met. So I really appreciate that a lot. And I'm really looking forward to coming to Brittany because there's all these really similar aligned ancient Neolithic sites. So for years, me and Grace have been planning. So that is next. Northern Ireland in April, Isle of Man in September, which will be the completion. And then we definitely want to come to Brittany to experience some of that magic. Moondragon, yeah, I've seen you on many of the art churches and full moons and stuff like that. That would be completely awesome to have you jump in. That would be awesome. Hey, buddy, the beard's looking great.
Thank you. This was really cool for me because the ancestry history stuff that I did in the past goes back to the 1200s. And my ancestor on my dad's side, last name of Hicks, came to this land in 1621 on the ship Fortune. So I 1621 back to 1200 in Wales for that portion of the family. And on my mom's side, it's Ireland and Scotland. So
okay,
that whole region for me is someplace I want to go. I want to venture to. and being able to see the photos today and hear the stories about what it is was a beautiful journey. And the Galactic trading cards, I have mine up on my shelf. They sit right next to my chair, and they're really beautiful. And since the day that I got mine, I always wanted to be in that deck. So if there's anybody that comes available to sponsor an artist, I don't have the means, but I have a piece that's already, it sits behind my chair that I think would be awesome for it. So I'm just putting
Well,
myself.
this is the final, this is the end of the process, the end of the cycle, 25 years, 15th editions. This is going to be the last one. So we got 3 days left to see if we can manifest this final edition. I appreciate all your support and prayers and encouragement. It's a community collaboration. We'll see if we can make it happen.
Yeah, Delvin, I was muted before, so whatever I said, nobody heard it. So, but I
Oh,
wanted
great.
to thank you for this incredible diligence you've had through the 25 years in bringing us all together. And this has been quite the journey. I've been witnessing it from the beginning, and it's going to be my pleasure to take you through our standing stones here, because Karnak in France is the kind of considered the silent, unknown world capital of megalithic alignments, because it spans the length of about, well, I think it's about 25 kilometers of stones, and it's very ancient, and we have about 3,500 to 4,000 stones and 360 sites in Karnak alone.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, it is. So we're very connected to the local museum here, and Pascal and the local archaeologist and myself. We are actually we created an association that publishes books on the megalithic alignments in this area, and so more to share about that in another time. Actually, I had the idea of bringing Cyril here on the show, Amanda. That would be amazing. There's a little bit of a complicated situation because he only speaks French, but maybe I could translate. I think that would be interesting for everybody.
Oh, that sounds like an amazing opportunity. Wow,
Yeah.
I'm really excited even more to visit. Thank you so much for the blessings, Martina. It's wonderful to hear from you. It's been many years since we've connected live, so
I
really
know I haven't
appreciate it.
seen you in ages. Yeah, it's great to see you. So yeah, and Pascal says hello, and yeah, it was great to see his painting in there as well.
A bounty of
It feels-
blessings. Yeah, so perfect. He's the painting of the sacred
Yeah,
site we visited, and we were
absolutely.
there totally lit as you can get in the
Yeah.
stones with the art, writing the oracular text to accompany it. It was like a peak moment on all the journeys to have his art like at Callanish. So yeah, that was amazing.
And he's been painting the stones forever, so.
Fantastic. Okay, do you want to read us a poem, Emma?
Well, first I want to say if we're going to close out with Emma's poem, which I think is a beautiful idea, I just want to say Roman Villagrana is also here.
Oh,
And
yay.
he's
Oh,
been
that's another artist who's been in the deck. Roman, you've been contributing this deck since we met, in 2003, 2004, I think, in Seattle. Yeah, I love your work so much. What a joy that you've been on this journey the whole time as well. Do you want to say something, Roman?
Oh, he's muted. I think he's
Unmute, Roman. Unmute.
Oh, some old school connections here.
I think he's still trying to.
Oh, you got to unmute, I think, buddy.
On the bottom
wait,
left.
Yeah, I'm just scrolling through and see who is all there. Oh, I see Celine is there, Robert's daughter in Vienna.
Who
She
we have a
logged
beautiful
on.
work in the
I
deck
don't
from.
see her. I only see her. Oh, here she is.
Celine and Amaya. Hi, Amaya.
Yeah.
Hi,
Yay.
hi,
Thank you for
Amanda.
welcoming us.
Yeah, good to see you both.
Yeah,
You too.
you too.
Oh,
And
Sorry
Mark,
we missed half of the presentation.
it's
oh,
okay.
it's
Lost track of
recorded.
time.
We recorded it and we also shared it on YouTube. If you look up Vision
Okay,
Train Station,
great.
you'll find it on
Let's
YouTube.
get out.
Yeah.
Wonderful
I see.
stories. We always love hearing about Celtic mythology, and we're fans
magic.
too. So yeah.
Yeah, we heard a lot about it, and yeah, I love it.
How
Hey, I
wonderful
finally
to see
figured it
you.
out, you guys.
Yay,
Oh,
Roman's
here's
back.
Roman.
I
Oh, hey,
apologize. I don't really spend time on here, and every time I get on here, I have to figure everything out once again. Man, so nice to see familiar faces and beautiful people in the deck. Everything going on. It's so beautiful. Yeah, I've been going through strange things. Staying an artist for this long is a strange trip. But you know, we wake up every day, and it's still that we're artists. So we wake up to being artists every day, and we battle the redundancy. But I'm very grateful that that we're here. And sometimes I look at my own artwork, and I'm like, oh, this isn't really getting the interaction that I feel it needs. And then I'm like looking at the world and thinking like, maybe it's no longer the time to be these visionary people. But then I look around and I see so much lack in the world, so much spirit missing. And I'm thinking about us, thinking that this is ever more necessary to get our vision out to the world. Like it's more of a revolutionary act than ever to do this. So I'm very thankful, Delvin, for keeping this dream going, and all the wonderful people that we have here to keep our art production going. And it's not very easy right now for many of us. But like I said, that's the reason why we have to do it ever more.
Well said, beautiful, Roman. And I see Mark Henson's here too, one of the longtime contributors and elders of this movement. Mark, do you want to tune in?
hi,
Yeah,
Mom.
hello everybody. Nice to see you all. And Delvin, it's been a long time. And Emma, I haven't heard from you in a long time. So it's good to see all of you guys, and excellent presentation, Delvin. I follow your posts on a regular basis and your wanderings around the Celtic world. So it's nice to see it all kind of in a cohesive presentation about where y'all have been and stuff. While you were speaking, I busted out Google Maps so I could go look and see the exact places where you were. To me, it's interesting. I have Scots ancestry, but mine only comes back from about 1000 AD. So all the places you visited predate that by millennia. So I guess my ancestors missed out. They came over from France with William the Conqueror. So,
But they would have been there. That was the fantastic thing. It's like any of those sites, any of us that have ancestry that connects to any of the Celtic Isles, no doubt they went there during their lifetime, because I mean, it's all walking distance over there.
My people are around Loch Ness. The Fraser of Levitt is the clan, but I've never been. So someday I hope to go visit and check out all of these places. It would be really awesome to do that. And otherwise, I want to give you a big shout out for keeping us together as a cohesive unit. The trading card project has brought hundreds of artists together and made a little community, forged a community with us all. And I think, as Roman was saying, that we need to keep our presence going as a revolutionary act. I completely agree with his sentiments there. And I want to thank you guys for making that happen.
Awesome. What an awesome blessing. Thank you so much. Vision Train.
Yay.
Yeah, we've got folks streaming in from all over the world, and I just want to give my great thanks to everyone that is continuing to fuel this train and fuel this vision that is never ending and ever beginning, and is in alignment with all the mystic circles and stories of the Druids and all the different indigenous cultures from all over the world. And I know that is one of the threads that draws us together in this time to reconnect and to remember at a very crucial time in humanity, as waking up to stewards, to remember our stewardship of and responsibility of this earth. And so shout out to Hani in Iran, and all of our friends in the European lands and the Americas, and I don't know if we have anybody here from the Asian or African continents, but yeah, we are everywhere.
We are everywhere.
Yeah, so if there's any other things that want to be shared in the circle before the closing out of our live, which I think Emma's going to share a little prayer with us.
Doesn't have to be the last thing if someone else pops up afterwards.
Well, it's 2:30, so this is probably the time to.
Okay, so on that note, on this lovely note about community, so this is a little prayer from the Order of Bards of Eights and Druids. So about 28 years ago, I first found the Order of Bards of Eights and Druids, and they're a beautiful international community of Druids. It's an amazing correspondence course. If you go to druidry.org, actually, all over the world. But the course was developed by the guy holding the lineage, was a lovely guy called Philip Cargom. I actually dreamed about him last night, weirdly. And actually, weirdly, I posted about him this morning on Facebook for a totally different reason. But it's a beautiful international community. And when I found them, I felt like I was coming home, because I've actually got Druidic lineage. My grandmother had this family tree going back to the ancient Welsh kings, the kingdom of Gwynedd and the Llewellyns and the Clwyds and all the rest of it. But this community, the Order of Bards of Eights and Druids, they have this lovely prayer, and it's something that we all say together, and it's about community. Can I get the thing back on? I think.
Can you put it in the chat? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so if I say it once, and then if we say it 3 more times, and we can all say it together, and it's a really nice thing. And what we do at the end of any ritual, we all like hold hands, right? And we say this prayer. You'll get the idea. So we're like holding virtual hands, right? In our little visionary community, okay? And so the prayer goes, we swear by peace and love to stand, heart to heart and hand in hand. Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now, confirming this, our sacred vow. And then we all do it together. We swear, everyone put your microphones on. We swear by peace and love to stand.
We swear
by peace and love to stand.
Heart to heart and hand in hand.
Heart to
Heart
heart,
to heart,
hand in hand.
hand in hand.
Mark, O Spirit, and hear us now.
Mark,
O Spirit, hear us now.
Confirming this, our sacred vow.
Confirming
this
our
sacred
vow.
vow.
I've initiated you all to Druidry. Okay, one more time. We can do it all together now. We swear by peace and love,
to stand.
To stand.
Heart and
Heart and hand to hand.
Hand to hand.
Marco Spirit and hear us
Now.
confirming this, our sacred vow.
Confirming
this.
Our sacred vow.
Bless up. Thanks everyone for coming. Have an awesome day. Make more art.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
For all those out there.
Happy travels, Delvin.
Happy
Thank
travels.
you, brother.
Come join us January 1st.
Yes.
This
Happy
train's
New
not
Year.
going anywhere.
Yeah. Happy New Year. Remember your dreams.
I think that was a perfect way to stop it, with Martina reminding us to remember.
Yeah,
Well,
totally.
The Yule dreams are prophetic. So we have 2-3 more days to go until January 1st. So if you remember, if you get any special dream gifts, they're kind of announcing the new year, actually.
Yes.
Fantastic. Love it.
Here we go.
Live stream. I stopped the recording, but I haven't stopped.